Still summer of 44, and it's time for another fictional scenario of bolt action. The Allies are slowly fighting their way towards Berlin, and the British have taken this bridge hoping to advance down this road. This bridge is important for the advance, which also means that it's important for the Germans to take back. The German sent a platoon of veteran grenadiers, supported by a tank platoon, to take back the bridge, but reinforcements are on the way, so they have a limited time. The British have dug in, ready to defend the bridge. Once again, like the last game, I will be acting as a game master, rolling the dice and moving the miniatures based on orders from the players. This time there are 4 players. They do not have communication between each other. They can send messengers to their allies, but they all go through me. There are 2 platoons on each side, so 4 players in total. And this time I'm using 15mm miniatures. Now, the forces are as follows. There's an artillery company consisting of 2 small platoons. They have hold up in on this farm. Now there's a major representing one of the players in this house, together with a spotter for one of the 25-pounders on that hill. In this house is a second lieutenant leading the platoon defending the farm. The platoon consists of 2 sections of 10 men with a Bren gun, each with a truck. There's also a spotter in this house as well for the other 25-pounder. Over in the village, it's another 2 sections of 10 men, one in this house here and one in that big building, together with the second lieutenant leading this platoon. Defending the bridge is a reinforced platoon consisting of 3 10-man sections, led by a second lieutenant representing another player. They have a 17-pounder aiming down the road, an M10 Achilles waiting behind the hill, Piat hiding on the hill, a light mortar, Daimler Scout car just looking down the road at this intersection. There are 3 objectives for the Germans to take. It's the command post in this building, large building controlling the village, and of course the bridge. The 2 houses are worth 1 point each at the end of the game. The bridge is worth 2 points. Attacking is this platoon. There's a second lieutenant leading the platoon. Let's represent another player. They have 4 Hanomags. 3 of them have an 8-man team of infantry with light machine gun. This car also has a medium machine gun team. This one has a Panzer Shrek and the officer. This one has a flamethrower team, and heading towards the village is a last car with a 10 one-man team with 2 LMGs and a medic. The Hanemags are regular, but all the infantry are veterans. In support, there's the tank platoon. There's a tank commander in a Panzer IV, and 2 additional Panzer IVs, and 2 Stug 3s. All regular with skirts. They are arriving down this road towards the intersection. Let's see how turn 1 goes. The orders are in for turn 1. The British will just hold their positions, waiting for a target, and go into ambush if possible. The Germans, however, have some more interesting orders. This car with a 10-man unit will move in here and start attacking the village, while this other unit with the flamethrower will drive down the road towards the village. The 2 other transports with remaining troops will start their attack on the farm. The tank platoon will divide into 2 groups. The biggest group includes the commander. They will head down the road towards the village, firing towards the farm as they go, while the other will just go straight for the farm. For the time being, no one knows where the enemy is. I will be using some sort of fog of war, just like previous battle report. This time I will use observation rules from battle group, but once a unit has been observed, they remain spotted by the enemy. So let's start with the first draw. See what happens. It will start with, that's the British infantry platoon. So far, this unit, the Piat team, the mortar, and 17 pounder have gone into ambush before the Germans even got their first activation. The tank platoon started by moving Panzer IV from the first group onto the table, but as soon as it reached the crossroads, the 17 pounder opened fire. It managed to hit, penetrate, and it immobilized the Panzer IV. Some more units have gone into ambush, including the one in the house. So they're ready when this Hanemag rolls onto the table through the forest. They see it and they open fire. You can't hurt it, but it's up on top, so they can pin it at least with a hit. Yeah, they get at least 1 hit. I'll be using the red dice for pins and black dice for casualties on the infantry bases. These are inside the transport at the moment, so they also get pinned. Of course, I forgot to finish the activation with the Hanemag. It's able to fire back at the house. It received 1 pin before firing, so it will now get -1 for the pin, -2 for hard cover, so it's hitting on 6s. Okay, no hits. But now they at least know where the enemy is. It also had a -1 for moving, of course, but didn't matter. The next thing that happens is that this Stug has moved up the road. It has observed that infantry unit over there and will open fire with its mini machine gun. -1 for moving and -1 for I'll say light cover from there. So 5s to hit. Well, that's 3 hits, killing on 4 up. 2 dead. Roll the 6 and roll for it. 1 to 3. It's the Bren. 4 to 6. The NCO. Yeah. The Bren is gone from that unit. The next activation, the tank commander has moved up behind the Stug. Its orders was to fire at that building over there while advancing towards the village, but it doesn't have a clear shot because of the haystacks, and it can't see that unit over there, so it as well fire around that unit. Now it should be in its forward arc, so it might fire the MMG as well, but they are down at the moment, so he'll need 7s to hit. Let's start with the main gun. Misses. And 7s for the MG. One possible hit? Nope, nothing. The first tank of the second group has moved up. It was ordered to cover this open area and support attack on the farm. As it moved up, it has spotted the 17-pounder and these guys. So we'll fire with machine gun against those, hitting on 6s. Nope, not one. The main cannon fires at the 17-pounder. -1 for movement, -1 for light cover in the forest. Let's see, 5 up. No, it misses. These Grenadiers just rallied. Officers in the building gone down. Now the last tank of the tank platoon has moved up. Panzer IV was ordered to secure this open area and the bridge. It's aiming its turret down at the bridge, and as it is aware of that gun now, it will fire at it. Start firing the main gun, hitting on a 5, another hit. 6. It's a long range for the MG, so 6s to hit. That's 3 hits. Killing on 5s, since they have a gun shield. 1 crewman goes down. Marked which units are still hidden to make it easier to remember which units to reveal to the players. The Germans are moving on. These taking up the position to attack farmhouse and the farm. And now one of the 25-pounders activated. They're firing at the Stug in the front. They have a spotter in a house over there, and I think I can see it, but it's a bit far, so it'll just fire indirectly. Try to pin the thing. Nope, that's a miss. Let's draw next die. That's the last. No, they have one more. Oh yeah, 17 pounder on the Achilles. Can it see anything? Ah, I can see the Hanamag over there. So it will attempt to fire. After checking the angles, I can confirm it's barely in the side arc. And let's just send 3 up to hit. That's a hit. See if it penetrates. Well, I just had to check the rules quickly because I wasn't sure if one failed automatically when rolling to penetrate, but it does, so it's just a hit and one pin for them and for the infantry inside. Let's draw again. The second 25 pounder. Let's fire it at once at this stir indirectly. Nope, didn't hit either way. Then, well, time for the passengers to start rallying, I think. I forgot to mention and move the Daimler. It backed up early on to get away from the approaching tanks. And not much has died in the first round. And those are the hidden units will remain hidden till further, but this unit will try to use its ambushed open fire to pin that unit. On the 4-up, yeah, they can start firing. They can't harm the vehicle, but they can pin on a hit. That's a 3 to hit. So yeah, 1 pin and 1 for each of the passengers, the MMG and one of the 8-man teams. That's it for the first round. The Germans have started their attack, but have been somewhat delayed by some fire. So I'll send a report to the players and wait for further orders. Orders are in for turn 2. The British infantry has been ordered to just sit tight and fire at anything that comes close. The 2 anti-tank guns will try to take out the armored vehicles as soon as they get the chance. For the artillery company, this unit will take out 1 transport, the other unit focus on the other transport. Units in the village just sit tight, hold the objective. The 25 pounders have been ordered to fire at these tanks, and that will try to call in an artillery barrage with a forward observer. For the Germans, this unit and this unit, I'm going to focus on that first building over there. while these two units are trying to take the farm. For the armored platoon, the Stug has been ordered to support in the attack against that building. The command vehicle will go around the farm, helping out with that attack while trying to get a clear shot at the Achilles. These units have been ordered to focus down that 17-pounder and try to take out the Achilles as well. So let's see how that goes. We start with the first draw of the turn, and it goes to the artillery. Did a little pre-drawing, since the next few orders won't affect each other. And I drew 2 artillery dice. They are ranging in on this first Stug, so they will be hitting on 5. If the first one fails to take it out, the other will fire, otherwise they'll change target. But on a 5, the first 25-pounder hits. No. And the second, no. Then I drew the 17-pounder. Fires down at the Stug in front. It's short range, no obstructions, hitting on a 3. No, it's a 2. Oh, I need to take a order test first, so I have a pin, and they fail, so no. First, an order test for the Hanomag. Pass it, remove the pin, and I will arrow order to open fire on the building. Yep. The only modifier now is a hard cover, so they will be hitting on 5s. That's 2 hits. Killing on 5 since they're in the building. 1 soldier goes down. Another die for the artillery company. These boys have been ordered to eliminate that closest transport, so they will try to assault it. First of all, they need to take order test, which they fail. Draw a black die, which means fire order. For the Stug, it will fire everything into 17-pounder. They are down, they are light cover, but that's about it. So 6 to hit. First with the cannon, it hits. Oh, so that's a hit with high explosive. Since I'm playing with a 15mm models on basis, I'm not using the template, but the high explosive rule from first edition. So it's D6 hits with the heavy anti-tank. That's 3 hits. Let's see, with a pen of 2, killing on 2s, but I have gun shield, so 3. I assume they're working as high explosive, but yeah, that's 3 dead anyway. But they're down, so 2. There were 4 of them, so I will have to take break test. Take D3 pins for 3 additional pins, so they have 4 pins. Morale 9, down to 5, plus 1 for the second lieutenant. So 6. Nope, they're gone. That's a relief for the Germans, methinks. Now this Hanomag is advancing down the road. Let's turn to face that building. And it fires its MG. It has moved, hard cover, hitting on 6s, no hits. For the next die, this unit will try to advance to hide behind the haystacks and open fire at this transport. They have 2 pins, but there's a major in the house right next to them. So they're at 10, morale 10. They still fail and they go down. Rotten luck for the British today. The Panzer IV has advanced down the road and turned toward the Achilles. It will open fire with everything it's got. Just noticed the mortar team in the woods, but right now the Achilles is the biggest threat. So it's important to take it out, and if the main gun misses, it can put some pin on it with the MG. So let's start with the main gun, hitting on a 4, because it moved. That's a miss. So it's a good thing it fires with the MG as well. Still hitting on 4s. Yeah, that's a lot of hits, but it can't harm the tank, but it can give it a pin for being open-topped. And that might prevent it from firing. The way the British rolled their morale tests today. The 8-man Grenadier unit will attempt to dismount from this transport and attack this infantry, but they have 1 pin of them. They are veterans though, so on a 9 they make it. Yeah, the Germans have no problem with the morale tests today. So they will advance out into the field and open fire. I'll move them a bit around later to find a better position than this, but the effect is pretty much the same in a way. They will fire everything at this down unit. They moved, but they're in point blank range, so it's just -2 for them being down, 5s to hit. 8 guys, that's 12 shots, 6 regular guys, and 6 for the, no, 5 for the LMG. So 11 shots, hitting on 5s. That's 4 or 5 hits. Yep. Killing on 4s. 3 dead. Let's reroll at 6. Yeah, just 3 regular riflemen down. Since this Panzer IV has moved up and presented its side to the Piat team, they will come out of hiding and fire the Piat. 1 shot hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Let's see. The penetration value of a Piat was, I never remember, 5. Since this vehicle has skirts, they will get the +1 for a side shot. So it's a damage value of 9. So we'll need 4 to give us a superficial hit. And they do. So what's the result? Just a bit shaken. So 2 pins on that vehicle. And might get a turret jam though. It does. Oh, this unit will open fire back into this Hanomag. They have a pin, so they need to take an R test on a 8. Yeah, make it. So the Brits can make order tests. There's no modifiers, so just 3s to hit. I just need a single hit to pin it. Yep. Pin the transport and the units inside. This 8-man unit has disembarked from the Hanomag, moved onto the field. We're opening fire with this unit. They moved, but they are within point blank range, so it's only -2 for down. So hitting on 5s. That's just one single hit. Wounding on a 4. Yeah, one more guy dead. And a pin. Let's see then if the killers can do something about this threat. First an order test on 8. Oh, yeah. I was a bit worried when I saw the 5 first, but they made it. So it's a one single shot. 4 to hit. That's a hit. Penetration of 7 against around 9. So 2 up the armored. Yeah, that's a penetrating hit. And the effect, it's destroyed. The Stug is advancing down the road and has turned toward that building and firing at it. It has moved short range. They're in heavy cover. But we'll start with the MG hitting on 6s. One hit. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. But they do get a pin. You can start with that at least. But then there's the main gun. The cannon will hit on a 4-up. Oh, almost. Well, the order was for these guys to assault the building. So the most prudent thing would be to send out the flamethrower team first. They haven't moved out of the vehicle. They are within range of a window and a door, so they can try to fire some flames in through one of the openings. Let's see, they have moved. So they're, I assume, normal modifier supply, so they're in point blank range, but long range, so they cancel each other out. So just a 4-up to hit them. That is definitely a hit. That's D6 hits against the unit. Just one. But killing on a 2-up, you kill a guy. But in addition to the 1 pin for being hit, they take D3 additional pins, 1 more. And they need to take a morale test. They have a morale of 9 down to 6. +1 for the second lieutenant. They fail by the smallest of margins, so that unit is gone, and that house is for the taking. Now let's see if they run out of fuel. The one, nope, they can still fire the flamethrower. Well, of course, my math was a bit off. They didn't fail it by the smallest of margins. They succeeded by, well, same margin really. Now this mortar team has relocated to the other side of the bridge. Let's try to lob a mortar round at this unit, hitting on a 6. Nope. The attack on this building continues. This 8-man unit has disembarked. They're firing at the house. They have moved. They're in point blank range, so they're hitting on 5s. That's a few hits. 4 hits. Let's see. Wounding on 5s. nothing, but at least they get another pin. This transport will try to advance towards the building. Needs to take a morale test of 7. Yeah, an order test, sorry. Makes it. So we'll just move it up. And 9 to the just beyond the edge there. And pivot so as not to present its rear to these things. And we'll try to open fire at the Piet team. That's 6 shots. It has moved. So 4. It has a pin 5. It's a small team, so it needs a 6s to hit. Nope, no hits. Daimler is advancing down over the hills. Managed to position itself in the flank of the immobilized Panzer IV. It will fire its light anti-tank cannon in the side. It has moved, so a 4 to hit. That's a miss. Next die. Grenadiers again. So yeah, we'll activate the 10-man unit. They have a pin, so they need a 9 on their order test. They get it. So I'll move them. I'll be right back for some firing. They are running across the road, hoping to get into position to assault next turn. Firing on the go. That's movement by point blank. So just -2 for cover. They have some big, nice windows to shoot into there. So 5s to hit, 16 shots with 2 LMGs. I said 5 to hit, so that's 5 hits. Killing on 5s. That's 3 dead. 2 of them can be exceptional. No, just 3 dead. That's 1 base gone. Let's save the one without the bread gun. So the commander's Panzer IV has moved down the road, preparing to turn right up this road to flank around the farm. It's not in position to fire at anything with an MG. It doesn't have clearing past that unit over there, but it can just see past that unit without coming within an inch of their friends. So they can fire with the main gun at this unit there. But they're down, they have cover, and it has moved, so they need a 7 to hit. That's a miss. So let's draw the die right away. I think that's just down for a truck. Another down for a truck. Down for a truck. And that will be this immobilized tank. I have to see what I'd fire at. It can. Well, I didn't check for turret jam. That's important. It's not jammed, so it will turn the turret. Fire at this at the Daimler. Meanwhile, I can fire the MG at the Piet. So machine gun. It's just, well, first of all, there's an order test to take on the 7. it makes it. So there's just one pin left, which means -1 for a pin, -1 for small team, hitting on 5s. It's 2 hit, killing on 4s. 1 dead. That's a pin on the Piat. I have lost 1 man. I need to take a morale test at 8, and they fail. The Piat is off. At the same time, firing 4 to hit. It's just -1 for the pin. Nope, that's a miss. Good shooting anyway. I'll try to move the medic up to support this assault. Need to take an order test on a 9. Yep. Oh. Removes the pin. I'll move up in between all the units to be able to help them out if they get shot at. The last few dice have been drawn. All the infantry units and the second lieutenant have gone down, just staying hidden. The German second lieutenant of the Grenadiers has gone down, just sitting in the transport, directing the fight from there. The major has gone to ambush, but well, there's nothing to fire on, so I'm going to waste. Lastly, there aren't that many real threats to this, well, let's say Achilles, but that's a really bad place for the MG to disembark, so it might disembark next round if these guys are taken care of. So we'll just go down for now. That will conclude round 2. There's some heavy fighting going on in the field, and some even heavier fighting outside the village with all these German troops trying to get in. So I'll make a report and return for turn 3 and a possible artillery barrage. The orders are received for turn 3. Well, for the most part, these guys haven't received any new orders, so we'll just sit tight, keep that bridge safe, while of course the Daimler will try to take out this tank. For the artillery company, 2 artillery guns will switch to firing directly at these tanks, trying to take them out. The infantry have been ordered to retreat to the buildings and hold those 2 houses. The unit in this house needs to take out the flamethrower, while these focus on the infantry on the road. And the 2 trucks have been ordered to drive towards the Germans, hoping to give them a fright. For the Germans, these have been ordered to split their attention. These guys preparing to assault this building have been ordered to take this building instead with a new unit, while these take over that unit now that the defenders have been sufficiently weakened. And over here, just take the farm. Get the MG over to that house. Try to get people inside the buildings and take the objective. For an armored platoon, these 2 tanks have orders to try to take out the artillery, The Panzer IV are ordered to defend itself, while the Stug tries to take out the mortar. Before drawing any dice, we have to see if the artillery barrage goes off. The 4 up, yeah. The artillery fires for effect. The barrage has a 10-inch radius. The Stug and these guys are barely outside the radius, but the two German units, the Hanomag and this unit of Brits, are affected. So let's see. Let's start with these guys. They take D3 pins for 2 pins. These take a direct hit. They will go down, I think. Well, first of all, 3d6 hits for 10. There are 8. Okay, so 8 hits if they go down. And they will. They need to stay alive, because that hit would definitely take them all out. 4 hits, killing on 2 ups. 3 dead. 3 roll of 6s, and one of them is the MMG. So we'll just remove this entire 3-man team here. And they take D6 pins, 6 pins. Ow. Well, 1 hit away, 1 kill away from taking a break test, which they definitely would have failed without that many pins. This unit, they 3 pins, 2 more, they're at 5, and the transport takes D3 pins. That's just 1 pin. 1 pin for transport, for the Panzerschreck, and the second lieutenant inside. Well, that might have given the defenders a bit of relief. But we'll see. First die drawn. Well, it is the defenders. They should, well, the first order was to attack these guys. I think that's a good idea. The 10-man section inside will fire anti-grenadiers on the road. There's only 2 openings on that side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 8 shots. Sure. I think they will go down since they are in the open with no cover. So 4 to hit. Ouch, that's a good shot. It's just going down, only remove 1 hit. They are killed on 5s, they are veterans. That's 2 6s, 2 guys dead, 2 regular guys dead. Could have been much worse. The scout car has moved up behind that tank, trying to shoot it from behind. It moved, but it's a point-blank range, so it will hit on a 3. That's a hit. So a pen of 4 plus 2 for being in the rear, 6 against damage value 9. So nothing. Just another pin. That's bad luck. We draw another die right away. It's artillery again. Artillery again. This unit will try to pull back towards the house. We'll try to advance inside to fire out through the window. That's their orders. We need to take an order test. There are 3 pins, but there's a major nearby, so they should 9. They're fine. I'll do some measurement and movement to see if they get inside. Well, the unit made it inside the house, but they can't find a clear shot at this unit, so they will fire at the front, down at the down squad here. They will be hitting on 7th. They've moved 2 pins. Target is down. So let's roll up. Nothing. So over to the next unit. More artillery. Perhaps it's time for these guys to do something. They should probably try to rally. They have been ordered inside the building as well, but with 5 pins, the chance of getting anywhere is small. So they will rally. They should have 10. Yep. They remove a total of 3 pins. Next die. Grenadiers. Flamethrower should be a good idea. Just hitting on a 3, I guess. That's a hit. How many hits? 5 hits. There are 5 guys inside. Killing them. Should they go down? No, they shouldn't. Yeah, they're all dead. I rolled off camera to see if the building caught fire, and it did, so that building is now just impassable terrain from now on. And no one wants to go inside there. Then I drew a die for the mortar over there. It will again attempt to fire at this unit. It's ranging in, so now it's hitting on a 5-up. Nope, still not a hit. Next is Grenadiers. I think this will try and attempt to assault the building eventually. But first, we'll try to soften up the defenders using this Halamag. Order test on 8. Yep, another double 1, so it removes the pin and just moves up to point blank range. And pouring fire into the window with the MG. Point blank range moved, cancel each other out, so it's just -2 for the building. So hitting on 5s. 1 hit, killing on a 5. No, nothing, but at least 1 pin, if nothing else. And next die, more Grenadiers. Time for the assault. They will attempt to run. They are within 12 of both the doors. We'll run in to the building. There are 8 guys in that unit. They will kill British on the 4-up. That's 5. That's an entire base gun. 3 6s. See if they're no. But Brits get to fight back since they are defending the building. But they will kill the veterans on a 5 up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5 ups. That's a very good roll. So while the Germans take out one base, they are themselves eliminated in the assault. 25 pounders will start opening fire on the tanks. The one to the east looked like it might have a side shot on the Stug, so it got the fire order, but after measuring and checking the angles, it's still up front. It will hit on a 4 up with a -1 for long range with a direct shot. That's a miss. This transport was ordered to help out over at the farm, so it will advance, turning and driving up to about there, and open fire at the house. At 6 shots, -1 for movement, -2 more for cover, so 6 is to hit. That's 2 hits. Killing on 5s. Yeah, nothing, just 1 pin back. We'll just start going down with infantry, I think, staying hidden, waiting for the enemy to get closer. There are at least 3 more rounds, so they might be important later. I drew a die for the armored platoon and reviewing the orders and priorities. This Stug has received an order to advance up and engage the artillery piece to the left. It's within short range with a cannon, but it's moved, so it will hit on a 4. And that's a hit with a high explosive round. That's D6 hits, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So let's see. Is it worth going down then? I'll just reduce it to 2. No, they'll try not to go down. And they are destroyed, wiped out. Well, let's see if it matters. If they're all more than 7, they would have run away either way. So that 25 pounder was doomed, no matter what. Next up we have the command vehicle. The Panzer IV was ordered to just rotate and fire at a 25 pounder, but that handmag had moved to its sights, so I had to advance a little bit to get a clear shot. So it's pretty much the same situation as the Stug, hitting on a 4. That's a miss. It fires the MG as well. Movement and long range, hitting on 5s. That's 1 hit. Killing on a 5. That's 1 guy down. There are only 3 black dice in the bag, but this is the 3rd one I've drawn in a row. This thing was ordered to fire on the mortar, but to get a clear shot it had to pivot a bit, so it had to make an take an advance order. So you will get a -1 for movement, and the mortar will have heavy cover from the bridge, so it will hit on a 6, or at least 7. It's a small team. So hit on a 7 with the main gun. No. And then the MG That's 2 6s. I need another 6 to hit. No, no hits. And then the killers went into ambush. And some more ambushes for the infantry over there. I'll just keep drawing until I get something else. Several dice have been drawn with little action. These 2 trucks have moved onto the road, try to scare the Germans into thinking the British are bringing in reinforcements and perhaps drawing some fire away from the house. Or here, the grenadier officer disembarked from the Hanomag and is running across the field towards his objective. They also wanted to disembark the Panzerschreck to take cover by the fence and shoot at the Achilles, but it failed the order test and went down. This unit, they barely made their order test to advance with the help from the nearby officer. So they moved up into point blank range of the house, and will start firing into the house at the unit there. -1 for pin and -2 for cover. So hitting on 6s. The point blank range and movement, they cancel each other out. So 6s to hit. Oi. Oi, oi. 5 hits. That's good shooting. But they need 5s to kill. Just 1 dead. Well, good shooting. That's a good follow-up. Let's see. And the next is the last black die. Fire. Does it have... Nope. Can't see anything to shoot at. No. With the MG. We'll just rotate the turret to fire at the Daimler. If it passes its order test on a 7, it does. So, and remove the pin. Hitting on a 3-up. It's point blank range, but it still has a pin. So it hits. Hits the side with 7. I guess the armor value of, was it 7, I think? So the diver really needs to see a 1 on this die. Yeah, 7. Oh, that's 2 rolls on the damage chart. That's 1 destroyed Daimler. The Major himself will open fire at these guys. He has an extra man, so 2 shots. These are just down, so 5s to hit. That's 1 hit. Withing on a 5. Killing 1. So they're up to 7 pins now and down to 4 men remaining. And yeah, the observer will do the same as a miss. And then I think we'll have to start activating this Hanomag on a 8. Nope. We'll just back up against the house and go down. Oops. This, just go down with a medic. We'll draw a new die. It's time for the second lieutenant to open fire. Kill, shoot at. I can't see those guys. We'll shoot at the officer over there. Let's see. The second lieutenant is all alone, so one shot. I guess a 3-man team, so it's just a 3 to hit. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No wounds. Not much happened with the last few actions of the turn. These trucks went down. The MG team passed its order test, disembarked, started running towards that house, as they had been ordered to. And the second lieutenant Woods here just ran up behind the building to take cover and stay hidden from the enemy, supporting these guys at the same time without being directly in the line of fire. So that was turn 3. Let's move on to turn 4 as soon as new orders are in. Before we end the turn, this Achilles activates his ambush to fire at the Hanamag. It passed the test. It will shoot, hitting on a 3, and misses. Another addendum to turn 3. I received some last minute orders from Second Lieutenant Hodgson by the bridge. So I made some amendments to his orders. Nothing really changed. These guys took the hill, still staying hidden. The Achilles fired at the Stug instead of the Hanamag, but still missed, so didn't really matter. And these guys have moved over to try to start crossing the river and help out at the farm. They have been spotted, so the Germans are now aware of that section. And we're back for turn 4. From the German side, the orders are for these tanks to keep firing at the artillery position and then help with taking the farm if they can. Same here, prioritize the mortar team and then the farm. For the grenadiers, everything against the building. They didn't fall for the bluff, so they're ignoring those trucks. They want all the Hanamags to fire at the infantry here. The officer himself will try to take that building. These guys will assault this building. And these guys will fire at the new threat. When it comes to the British, these have been told to just keep firing, try to break this big unit before they can assault, and everything else just try to eliminate the infantry. 2 officers, the second lieutenant and a major, have been ordered to charge that MG42. The infantry are still holding this M10. Will keep firing, try to take out the tanks, while these guys and the mortar try to help with holding the farm. So we'll see how that goes when we draw our first die. The first order die goes to the British artillery company. They have been told to keep firing at those grenadiers. They need to take a order test because they have a pin. They have a morale of 9 minus 1, but the lieutenant is right behind the house, so back to 9. That's a pass. So they lose that pin. There will be 5 shots going through the door and the window. These guys have been ordered not to lie there, but to assault the building, so they will not go down. And since it's a point blank range, they will be hit on 2 up. That's 2 misses. So they will at least hit another pin. Then 5 up to kill. Just 1. Is it another 6? It is. So they will take out 1 of the machine guns. They have 3 casualties. In a fit of bravery, Second Lieutenant Howe of the Grenadiers are assaulting that house over there. It's within range of the door. There's 1 Second Lieutenant, Lieutenant Hayes. He will attempt to fire if Howe can make his order test, since there's a pin. He has 10, yep, that should suffice. The fire order on that guy. 3 to hit. That's a hit. 5 to kill. 1 guy goes down. So then there's Lieutenant Howe and an additional man. 2 attacks. They will kill on the 4 up. They kill Hayes, but do Hayes take 1 guy with him? He dies. He does. So suddenly, Second Lieutenant Howe is all alone, but he has taken this building, as was his goal from turn 1. Seeing the bravery of their commander, this unit will try to do the same and assault this house. We have a morale down to 9. Well, that's a failed order test, so they go down instead. Well, now that they have attempted their assaults, the next point of their agenda is to soften up that building. So Almag will start firing, since they couldn't take the house. They will at least try to prevent them from shooting back. So it's just 5 to hit for recovery. So it's 1 hit, and with 5 to kill, that's 1, 6, 1 guy dies, and they take another pen. And next die is artillery. The artillery on the hill has been ordered to fire at these guys. Well, they have a spotter in the house, so I can target them with a indirect fire, hitting on a 6. Oh, almost. But that's what I will need next turn. At least these guys are down. So if they live another round, they can fire again. Now, additionally, there are two crew members. One is firing, while the other was ordered to man the second 25-pounder, which is still intact. The blast from the Stug only took out the crew. So it's back in action, but it's down for this turn. And there's only one crewman left. Now, I forgot word test, so I'll do that. That's actually a fail, so they're not ranging in, they are not recrewing, they are instead going down. Those order tests have been a problem for the British, but they're starting to hold the Germans back a little bit as well. Oh, we'll see who gets the next die. Next is this Halamag targeting the house. Now, heavy cover. You can see between the haystacks there. It's needed to move to get line of sight. So 6s to hit, no hits. The next die goes to it's these guys, the tanks. This one will just stand open fire at the last artillery. Hitting on a 4. Nope. No, actually hitting on a 3. It's short range for the main gun. But they're down. So up to 5. So that's not a hit. Fires forward facing MG. Hitting on 6s. Because of long range. And down. No hits. Then the next die is artillery. The infantry in the building has been ordered to open fire at these down Germans. They need to take another order test. They have 9, 4 pins out of 5, back up to 8 because of the major. And they make it, so can remove 1 pin. But still -3, and they are down, so it has to hit. Only 2 men can fire from the window, so did you see 6? Well, that is 6, but 6 on the die, not in total. So that's nothing. Him again. The major will assault the MG42. It's too close to fire back at him, so just run out. Does he have an additional man with him? I think so. Yeah, 2 men. 5s to kill. Kill 1 crewman. And the 2 remaining men will fight back, killing on 4s. That's 1 dead. Is it the major himself? No, it's his extra man. So it's a draw. They will fight again. The major. Nope. The 2 crewmen. No. Oh, this is quite exciting actually. No. Killing the major. Nope. Major keeps striking. Nope. And they keep hitting, and the major goes down. That's a major blow. Now the M10 fires again at the Stug, hitting on a 3. Oh. The Stug fires at the 25 pounder. Since the crew is down, it needs a 5 to hit. And hits with an explosive round. Yeah, maximum 2 hits, half to 1. Killing on a 2 up though. One guy dies. They need to take a break test because there are only 2 left. And now they're at, well, D3 pins, 3 extra pins, 4 pins. So the leadership, or they're at morale 5, and they're off. Second Lieutenant Woods was leading the defense of the village. He was hiding behind the building. Here, ran into the house and opens fire at the guys on the road. He'll be hitting on a 3, +1 for point blank, -1 for moving. That's a hit, so they'll take another pin. 5 to kill. That's a kill. I said, yeah, just a regular guy. 1 more and 1 base is gone. Well, yeah, I just realized there's a tiny guy sitting there. He's a medic. His whole purpose is trying to keep these guys alive. They've lost 5 men, so let's see if he managed to save any of them. We'll start with the MG. Nope. And the other guys? Nope. So far, it's been useless. For the next time, the flamethrower is moving up and pouring fire through that window at the unit inside. Hitting on a 4. Nope, that's a miss. Is he out of ammo? Or fuel? Nope. He's still not out of the game. Then let's try to assault the building. These guys need to pass an order test on a 7. 8. No. So they just go down, as they were ordered not to do. This transport has turned toward the farm to help out, while these guys do their job. The 2 trucks were ordered to form a barricade and get in the way of those doors to prevent anyone from getting into the house. Well, that seems like they will manage to do. And then the forward server. There's no room in that window, so he will take another shot down at this guy. Directly, he will shoot at the MG. Hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Killing on a 5. No, but manages to pin them. And then it's these guys again. These guys with 7 pins, they were ordered to keep firing, but the sergeant makes an executive decision and rallies on a 10. Yep, that's 1 pin gone. And a D6 is additional pin, 2 more. Well, 3 pins gone. That's at least now they might be able to do something. And then there's the infantry. I think it's time for these guys to take out that MG. Oh, this infantry moved across the river. They're staying hidden behind the building, where the tanks and the infantry will have a hard time shooting at them. They're not completely hidden, but they will at least get some good cover. They will fire everything at the MG42. They moved. It's a small team now after that assault. So they're at 5s to hit. Are they in point blank? Yes. They are, so picked up the 3s. Before I look at that, I think they will elect to go down to avoid being completely destroyed. So 5s to hit. That's 4 hit. That's still bad, but need 5s to kill them. 1 dead. Was a 6? Who said the gun? No. So they're at 2 pins. And they lost 1 of 2 guys, so they need to take a break test at 10 down to 8, back up to 9 for the lieutenant being nearby. They're fine. The orders were for these guys to just stay down and wait to see what these guys did. And now that they have rallied, they will attempt to open fire. They need to take an aura test at morale 7. They actually made it, just barely. So they will fire everything they have. They've lost 3 guys. So there's 5 guys plus the Bren gun, 10 shots. They have a pin, but they're at point blank range. So there's just 3s to hit. All of them hit. 5s to wound. Just 1. It's yep. That's just 1 regular guy. Gone. And get back 1 of the pins they just removed. The mortar has received a fire order. Will lob a grenade at these guys. Hitting on a 4 now as it's ranging in. No. Still hasn't hit anything. Now it's just these trucks. This truck needs to get out of dodge, so I think they will do the same thing, inspired by those over there. So I'll do some measurements and moving and see if they are able to block that door to that house. Oh, this Stug. Its orders are to focus on the mortar. It's hard cover, a small team, so it's hitting on a 6. Long range with the MG, so it will be hitting on 7s. Yeah, that's. We'll see how it goes with a main gun. Nope. Miss. MG though. What possible hit? Nope. Nothing. Time for that Hanomag over there to lend some aid, I think. If it can pass its test. Or test on, well, it's a 9. It's second lieutenant is in the building right behind him. Yep. That's the pin gone. It will move up. I need to make sure they're actually in the front arc. Should be able to see more than half of the unit, so no cover there. So 3s to hit, -1 for moving, +1 for point blank range. So, well, that's a good thing, because those are all 3s. Killing on 4s. 3 guys dead. Possible exceptional. 3 soldiers go down. Only get a pin. Next time is the Grenadiers. Now I realized I made a mistake. This guy should have been hitting the MG on 6s, not 5s. So I re-rolled and got the exact same result. So nothing changes. We'll try to activate the Panzer Strike in the Hanomag. Needs to take an order test. A morale of 9. Yep, it removes the pin it had. It will move out. Let's see what's the range. 24. So we'll exit the car here. It should have sight to the M10. We'll attempt to fire. The Panzer Strike fires at the M10. It's within range, but it's long range, and it has moved. There shouldn't be any cover between them, so it's a 5 to hit. Nope, that's 1. And that's the medic. He'll just move up and the building here to stay safe. Because the artillery commander has already expressed a desire to kill that guy. That's not nice. Second truck, I will do the same. Do some measuring, moving, see if they can somehow protect that building. Now I tried this one first. It didn't have enough movement to reach that window. The last German die is this tank, but it doesn't have any targets to fire at. Both those British units are too well hidden behind the other vehicles here, so it can't fire at them without firing too close to its friends, being in danger of harming them. That burning wreck blocks line of sight to the mortar, and the M10 is completely hidden behind the hill. So that's it for the Germans. It's just the infantry left. This unit will shift over slightly to be able to better protect the bridge. The others just go down. Last order for the turn. This infantry troop is ordered to run down from the hill across the road and get ready to assault this unit. So let's see. I'll get back with orders for turn 5. And we're back with turn 5 and the new orders. Well, for the most part, all the British troops just retain their orders. Since the major went down, there's some confusion in the ranks at the moment, so no new orders will be given this turn. So they'll just keep doing what they did last turn. For the infantry platoon, they've been told to just, well, retain the orders from last turn. Take these guys, will assault that unit of Germans there. They help out on the farm in whatever way they can. The M10 must try to take out the Stug. For the Germans, well, it's pretty much the same. Pull that MG into the now German occupied building, and the infantry will try to take those 2 buildings here, as they did last turn, but when they failed their order tests. For the tanks, the Stug has been ordered to help with the village, while the tank commander will help with the farm. These have been ordered to try to take out that charging unit before it reaches the field. If they're gone before the Stug can activate, it's been told to move up the road to try to find a better position to fire at the mortar. Well, speaking of the mortar, I fired at the wrong target last turn. It was ordered to fire at the Stug together with the M10, but I fired at the infantry. Well, they didn't hit anyway, so we'll just say that it fired and missed the Stug. So this turn it will hit on a 5 up if it manages to get a shot off before the Stug moves. That's all up to the order dice and the draw of the bag, because there are a lot of things that needs to happen before the mortar can fire. Alright. First die, well, that's these guys then. They are in a hurry to get out of the open. They will run and charge the grenadiers. There's still 10 guys in that unit. They'll be killing the Germans on 5s. They were too close for the Germans to react, so they'll just be hitting each other. There are 4 Germans left in that squad. They'll be hitting back since they're defending the fence there. That's 3 dead Germans. Let's reroll those 6s to see if they can take out something important. No, just 3 regular guys. We'll see how we allocate it. Probably won't matter. They hit back on 4 ups. They take out 3 of them as well. So that's a draw. So I'll be fighting another round of combat. A single 5 up is all I need to take out the rest of the Germans. And they don't. He'll be hitting back, killing that unit on a 4-up. Oh, one more dead. The Brit and the Germans win the fight and wipe out this squad, but they're down to just one single man left. Artillery company, go to next time. This squad here will fire at this troop, but now they have like blocked the line of fire with those trucks. They should be able to there's a few shots out through the window. 6 shots then, 5 with the Bren gun and another man hitting on well, it's just 2s. All hit, killing up 5s. One goes down. Yeah, just a regular guy. Is he saved by the medic? No. So that's one base gone. And another pin. They will receive the order to charge the building. They have a pin, so 8. Yep, make it. Remove the pin. And they move in. 7 guys. There's just a single officer left in that building. So 5-up will kill him. Oh, he's very dead. He is defending the building now, so he gets a strike back and will kill one of them on a 4-up. Yeah, is it someone important? No, almost. So, one go down, and Second Lieutenant Howe is dead. They will take the building back. The tank commander himself rotates his tank towards that building and fires everything. Starts with a high explosive round in the cannon hitting on 4, since I had to move a bit to get the MG in position. That's a miss. 6 shot from the MG, just 6s to hit them. 3, 4 for moving, 5, 6 for cover. Nothing. Find another die, and it's the Grenadiers. I think it's time for these guys to try assaulting the building before the truck gets in the way. You need to take a test on a 9. Pass it, remove the pin. I can assault through the window here. They are still at 8 guys. So 8 attacks. Killing the British on 4-ups. That's 5 dead. And him. They have 6 men left, and there's a 4-upser in there. And we'll get to fight back. Killing Germans on 5-ups. 3 Germans go down. We will at 6 to see if there's exceptional damage. It is. So we'll take the MG. So they lose 3. There's 3 on this base, so that works out perfectly. But the Germans wipe out the defenders and take the objective. Next die is Grenadiers. They're in no hurry over here at the moment, since the bigger unit has fired and they've taken the building. So the next biggest threat is this M10. So we'll try to fire at it, needing a 4 up to hit. That's a hit. So that's a hit with a penetration of 6 against the damage value of 8. So it needs a 2 up to damage the tank. That's a penetrating hit. A damage roll is 1. Just shaken, so it gets an additional pen. I believe it has to roll for turret gem. We'll roll first and then see if it matters. Just fire with the flamethrower, hitting on just 3 now against the house. That's a hit. How many hits? 6. Ouch. 4, 5, 6, killing the unit on 2 ups. That's the remaining 5 guys from that unit. Then see if the building catches fire on the 4 up. It does. Well, the orders from Second Lieutenant Howe was for the sergeants to try to rally their troops if they were quite shaken. And I will say that this unit is there down to morale of 6. So I think they just rally, hope there's a 7th turn, so they can run and take that building. There's still a chance for them medic to do something interesting though. We'll see. Rally, they wouldn't have made it if they tried to run. They'll just rally and remove. Yeah, that's all the pins. So they're good to go. Next turn. Time for this transport to turn around and fire at the Brits in the field. We'll advance to make 2 turns. Fire 6 shots. It moved, so, and they have some light cover there, I would say. So 5s to hit, down to 4s again because of point blank. There's the 4 point blank actually. So it's a 4 hits, killing on 4s. Just 1 more dead soldier. There's still more than half of them left, so they might be able to reclaim that house and the objective. This lone soldier in that unit to fire, try to pin them, but he's quite pinned himself. He's down to morale of 5. Well, insane bravery. So he moves 1 plus 2, so 3. Gone. So it's a 2 to hit for point blank, up to 4 for the pins. It's a single 4 up shot from the sergeant there, and it misses anyway. Mortar time. You can see Stug. The Stug backed up, so now it will be hitting on 6 again. So, well, nothing really changed from last turn. That's a hit. I'll just check the stats and come back. Advance to pivot slightly and fire at the house. Hitting on 6s now for movement and heavy cover. Nothing. Oh, next die. So, yeah, these guys. I think it's just the 2 units left over there. They will stay down, just defending the bridge. So the 2nd lieutenant goes down, leaving the infantry unit open to do anything if the enemy gets too close. But then I drew their die, so they go into an ambush. Now we'll see if these guys are able to take the objective back. They are, yeah, definitely within range of an assault. They need to take an order test on 7. That's an 8. They do not have any officers around since they're all been killed, so they go down. So that one pin they received really didn't matter. I've given the order to the MG team. They have had order to run into that building to support the officer, but he's dead, so I think they'll take cover in that building instead. They take an order test on 8. They pass, remove 1 pin. This unit is rather depleted, so they should fit in there. Next die. Next tank. This Panzer firing at that unit. The fire order. You just take it. Order test on 8. Nope, it fails again. It goes down. Trucks. I think it's time for this truck to get out of dodge. So I'll do some measuring, movement, and come back. This the last black die has been drawn, and it's this Stug. It has been ordered to help out in the village. Now the only thing it's able to fire at from its position is the truck. Measured, and it has a clear shot past the infantry at the truck. It has moved, that's it, so forced to hit. That's 3 hits. So 5's the wound, shooting in the side of the truck. That's, yeah, 1 hit. It's, well, of course, against soft-skinned vehicles you don't get a plus the penetration from shooting the side, so it didn't hurt it, just gave it a pin. I drew a brown die, it made its order test, and the truck backed away down into the village to get closer to the officer, so it won't be destroyed, and perhaps it might get in the way of these units running into the objective building later. And then I drew for the last Halamag. It moved up, fires at this unit. Trying to pin them further, but needing 7s to hit. They have cover, they're down, it moved. That's one possible hit. Nope, it's a miss. There are 2 more dice in the bag. It's the last truck and the medic. First up is the truck. I think the truck will does more or less stay where it is. Going down, and the medic. Or actually, it will move a bit closer. And the medic will be brave and run out, getting close enough to try to take out those transports. It should have enough movement, and that's the only thing it can do. It can't hold the objective, and that's, I don't think is needed. So we'll take a risk and deal at least some damage, preventing those trucks from being a nuisance. So in the end, those trucks are closer to the building than to the truck. That truck, however, is now an empty transport, so it will be removed, and these are removed. We'll make it a bit easier, and the next few rounds will go a bit quicker. So that's it for turn 5. The Germans are, well, might win this objective if it goes to turn 7. They have this objective, but the Brits may take it back, and they're a long way from the last objective, at least seeing as the Stug failed its order test and backed away instead of moving closer as it had intended to. From now, at the moment it looks like it will be really hard for the Germans to win, but they can at least go for a draw. And then I'm back for turn 6. There are few orders this turn. They're very, very simple, which is not a wonder, seeing there are very few units left able to do much. For the British, these units have been ordered to run up over the bridge and just keep the enemy off it. And the guys in this house have been told to hold the farm, which I assume means the objective. So they will have to charge across, take unit fire as they go. The alternative will be just to sit there and do nothing, which, yeah, well, that also will achieve nothing really. Yeah, Second Lieutenant Woods have been ordered to to run into the building and hold the objective, while these guys just stay down and hope to draw fire away from everything else. For the Germans, no orders are given since their commander went down last turn, so unable to receive new orders this turn. They will just keep doing what they did, which is shooting at these guys for the handbags, holding the house, and moving in to the village. For the tanks, back up and fire at the British soldiers in the field. Tank commander himself will drive onto the field and fire at that building, trying to remove that threat. Stay and fire at the mortar as usual, and this mobilized panzer have been ordered to fire at the house as well. So everyone is now fighting over this objective and this objective. Well, yeah, these guys are fighting to secure this objective, even though the Germans don't seem to care much about the bridge, which is the main reason they are here. But they don't really need it to win. But if they don't take it, the best they can hope for is a draw. And speaking of drawing, the first die goes to the Grenadiers. So we'll start over here. Perhaps this flamethrower will advance up and try to take care of the officer. I'll do some movement measuring off camera and return with some die rolls. Yep, the flamethrower moved up. They have a clear shot past the medic, and reviewing the modifiers to be sure I did this correctly, I noticed they do not get -1 for long range, so I've given them some penalties they should have had earlier, but I don't think it mattered too much. So 3, they're still at point blank. No? 2, movement 3, small team 4, so a 50-50 chance of taking out, or at least hitting, and quite possibly taking out the officer. 4 up to hit, that's a hit. I rolled the wrong die, but it doesn't matter how many hits. 2 hits. It's dead on 2 up. Yeah, it's very dead. Then again, I'll just do that move right away. I'll measure on camera just to make sure we all agree that this yeah, is not enough. They run towards the house, but they're not quite there yet. Time to start firing Hanamites. We start with one. The house, they do not have any pins, so I think it's important. The Germans will think it's important to put some pin on them. These guys have 2 pins already, so they might fail their order test. These do not need to take an order test, so let's change that. That's just 5 to hit them with 6 shots. 2 hits, so there's a pin at least. Yeah, 5 to kill. Kill 1, that's 1 base gun from that unit. You die. Again with the Grenadiers. Keep firing at those. They have been ordered to keep their heads down, so they will just stay down. Which reminds me, I didn't give them die because they were down, so they retained the order and removed D3 pins. It might not matter. but yeah, it might as well. So cover down, or I think they see most of them, they're just hidden by some mace axe, so 6 is to hit. Yeah, no hits anyway. They'll just stay down, there's not much I can do, and they didn't receive any orders, they'll just stay out of trouble. Yeah. The most important thing for those guys are probably to cross from one building to another while they still have men and morale. They need to take a order test on 8. Yeah, I would play with perfect dice, but let's see if it matters. It doesn't, it's so late. So they make it, remove that pin, and they run across. However, there are more than 6 away, so they will be fired upon. There are 5 guys in the unit. There are 3, 4, 5. Be shot through the window, hitting on well, 3. I will fire everyone in there, hitting on 3s for those guys, and the MG has a pin and will try to fire as well, hitting on 4s, killing on 4s. Just 1. Yeah, that's lucky. They reach the house and they will start fighting. There are 4 British soldiers hitting on 4s. They kill 2 of them. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 soldiers hitting back on 4s. 3. So they eliminate that unit. Well, and the trend continues. The Germans are by far the better close combatants. More Hanomag fire at these poor sods. 6s, a hit, which gives them a pin. 4 to kill, 1 dead. So we'll move 1 base, so that's the LMG, so we'll move this one instead. Well, they do as they were instructed, draw fire. Then again, well, time to fire. Well, if it can fire, I think I'll have to check if this Stug has moved too close. If so, Panzerschreck will have to move a bit. Yeah, the Stug was definitely in the way, preventing the Panzerschreck from shooting at the M10. So it moved up. He'll now be hitting on a 4 for moving and 5 for long range. Still hits. I forgot the pen value was 6 against 8 in front, so 2 to... yeah, that's just a superficial hit. and it's immobilized. And it takes another pin, check for turret jam. Yep, it's jammed. So then this one is pretty much out of the battle. It has to go down as well. It hasn't done much damage, but it has been a threat, at least, if nothing else. Tank time. Captain Weber of the armored platoon has crashed through the fence. Is bearing down on this unit, firing everything on the go. They are down, there's not much cover from that position, so movement down 6 to hit. First with a cannon, misses, and the MMG in front. One hit, another pin. Does it kill one of them? It does. Next die is another tank. Let's see if the Stug can get into position to fire at them as well. I'll have to do some measuring and moving, and I'll be back with the dice. The Stug has managed to back up and get in position to fire down the field at these guys, but they will have cover from the fence. They are down. It's long range, I think. Yeah, it's long range, and it's moved. So 7's a hit. 6s, no. No 6s, so no possibility of a hit. They run across the bridge, take up position at the end to prevent anyone from entering. They are in the open, get shot at, but these two tanks, hardly see them past that wreck. And this area is pretty much clear of Germans at the moment, so they should be safe. But that may change if there is another turn. That's the second and last trucks just going down. This Stug fires at the mortar. Heavy cover, small team, so -3, 6 to hit with the gun. No. With MG, 3 hits. Oh, that's good shooting. Killing on force. No, not a 1. Yeah, live for another turn. They need to take he needs to take a order test. 8. Oh, same courage again. Away this goes. He should have more than enough movement to get. Yeah, he does. So he will occupy that building. And now the Germans are in full control of the farm and in semi-control of the village. Mortar will fire at the Stug again. He needs to take an order test. Morale of 9, -1 for the pin, +1 for the second lieutenant. So 9s. Yep. Fires at the Stug. It hasn't moved since last time they hit it, so they'll hit it on a 2-up. Yeah. But he might get a pin, but he'll ignore it on a 4-up. No, the Stug is pinned, which might prevent it from doing anything in the next round if there's a next round. Fire order on the Panzer. Order test has failed twice in a row on an 8, and he'll fail again. Those guys are completely out of the battle. Those guys already shot at the assaulting Brits from the other house, so it's just the medic left. He will run into City Hall, but being a medic he can't hold objectives, so we'll just sit there and wait for the infantry to arrive and do the job. One last die. The officer. He will make himself known, come out of hiding, just advance onto the bridge, or run onto the bridge to be specific. And that's it for turn 4. Somewhat bloody here, somewhat crispy there, but other than that, not much happened, just consolidating, taking the objectives. Brits are hoping this is last turn. If it is, they will win 2 points to 1. If there is another turn, the Germans will take that house, and then no, they're not in a position to contest this objective, so there will be a draw. 2 points to the British and 2 points to the Germans. So on a 4-up, there will probably be a draw. On a 1 to 3, the game is over and the Brits have won. It's over. Victory to the British, 2 to 1. It's a hard fought and Pyrrhic victory, but a victory nonetheless. The dust is settling across the farm. The farm is secured in the hands of the Germans, having taken both the building and surrounded it with their vehicles. The tanks rolling around uncontested. A small handful of British soldiers remain completely surrounded and unable to affect the outcome. In the village, where the fires are spreading, a few brave soldiers are running as fast as they can towards the main building to take and hold the village, securing the area for the Germans. Over the bridge, a brave unit of British soldiers have taken a position ready to hold the bridge at all costs. But a rumbling sound behind them make them look over their shoulders, and they see a column of tanks trundling down the road. Before the British have been pushed out of the area, and with the Germans just a few meters away from securing this side of the river, the column has arrived, and the Germans are being pushed back. We will call it a Pyrrhic victory indeed, seeing as the German dead pile looks like this, while the British dead pile looks like this.